The print has made you go through the world of banyas, be it Agarwal Sammelans for marriages within the community or World Banya Forum, where the people within the community network and share business with each other. And today, I, Sagrika Kisu, along with my colleague Sakiba Kamal Khan, is outside the office of Being Banya. Being Banya is a food brand where they procure and sell traditional Banya food from Rajasthan's Marwari community. We will be speaking to the founder to understand how they came about with this idea, what does Banya food include, and how is the Banya community receiving it. This is a part of 4-story series named Banya Basics, where we are exploring different aspects of the Banya community in India.
Banya food isn't new, but it has usually been lumped under generic vegetarian snacks. Now a more assertive identity is coming to the fore. The landscape of Banya and allied regional cuisines from Malwa to Marwadi is now more visible through marketing and branding. The demand for Banya food has been growing since the 1990s, according to Goela, who was the first to introduce Banya cuisine to the vegetarian menu at ITC. The community is stringent about eating practices, she added. For them, the kind of food they eat is a vehicle to the success in their businesses. Being Banya has taken this community food movement a notch higher.
To start with, we identified this gap that traditional food in today's world is not everybody that is, eating traditional food, or everybody is aware of traditional food, and even the people who like it, who want it, it's not available everywhere. So we traveled across India. So we realized, and even abroad, that whenever you are moving out of your city or out of your place, the traditional food that you get in your city, your place, the traditional food that you have, the taste that you have, you do not get it elsewhere. So we just wanted every culture, every person to get their traditional food in wherever place they are. So they should be able to have that cultural food. They should have that taste and the memory of the motherly food they should have. So to fill this gap, we started building this brands. So it's a house of brands where we started building with Being Banya and Being Punjabi and other products. So Being Banya ourselves, so we were already very deeply connected with the cuisine. We were deep rooted. We knew most of the things. So we started to fill the gap from there. And there is the time when we launched Being Banya as our first brand.
For the community, Banya dishes complement their business mindset. Banyas avoid onion and garlic to maintain a calm temperament, essential for business dealings, says Chef Goela. When Goela joined ITC in 1998, Banyas and Jains rarely ate at the chain's hotels. She proposed adding Banya dishes without onion and garlic. It served two purposes. Vegetarians now had a choice, and Banyas and Jains became dedicated ITC customers. Goela has since turned her knowledge into a book. In 2023, she published Banya Legacy of Old Delhi, Culture and Cuisine, providing an intimate glimpse into the eating habits of the community along with the recipes. When no one was talking about Banya food, Goela was the first one talking about it in the 90s.
I'll take you to mid 70s, not even 90s, but mid 70s. I remember as a kid, as a teenager, I used to go with my mother to eat out, and she would invariably just have dahi and one roti. Because the food, we belong to a Banya community, and the Banyas, they're a little more precise in having jhuta, sacha, sakra, nikra, then, no onion, no garlic, the very broad term you can say. She never found food on those lines in any of the restaurants. We usually used to go to Connaught Place or would go to Oberoi's. Taj wasn't there. I remember going to Oberoi's with my family. And she would only have a cup of tea and at the most a tandoori roti with a little bit of curd, adding little salt and pepper. I used to feel very bad, that we are all eating, enjoying, but she would not eat. This happened a couple of times and it took me I was very sensitive about it, and I thought I have to do something about it. And I took it as a challenge. Later on, when I grew up and I started moving around, I took interest in cooking, and I took it as a passion that I'm going to convert this into some kind of a business. Well, being a banya, everything converts into business. So I thought I should take this up as a good challenge to prove what is banya food.
For Goela, documenting Bania food culture was necessary since no one had really done it before. It was ubiquitous yet unheralded. Since the purity obsessed days of yore, the community has evolved. While they stuck to freshly cooked food from their own kitchens before, they are now a little more adventurous and not averse to eating out. That makes preservation all the more urgent to her.
I realized my food is very distinct, and I started taking pride in this. And I used to talk about it. And it so happened that ITC contacted me. I don't know why, but they did contact me, and they were opening up a hotel in Saket, and they wanted me to be there as a consultant with them to work on banya food. That was the very big opening for the 5 stars to understand what is the banya cuisine. And I'm very glad I could achieve this. And I was the first to have done the charts, the very excellent chart from Old Delhi into a 5-star menu where you're safe, you're getting absolutely neat and clean and good quality chart in an equally good environment. And people didn't mind going there because they were not very comfortable going to Chandni Chowk. So this is how it got evolved, and I started working on it. And ITC took it very well. I'm so glad. And then followed by so many others. But yes, I was the first, and ITC was the first to have launched this cuisine and make the revolution in it. Yes, I'll show you. This is the book we are talking about. So I did this book, and this is a Delhi-based banya book. And it took me some time to go and visit these people, started talking to them, collecting pictures. So this book has pictures from 1901, which everybody may not be able to dig out.
However, despite being a banya, Deepti Bansal had to dig deep to get to the roots of community's dishes. Apart from multiple trips to Rajasthan, she mined her family members' memories. One story her grandparents told was of a famine that had struck the region. With no vegetables at hand, gatte ki sabzi was born. Thin rolls of gram flour mixed with masala, cut into pieces and fried. It eventually became a staple of the community. Bansal, who was born and raised in Lucknow, was hearing these stories for the first time.
It's just to identify what products are there, to know the local taste. We went there to identify the local taste, the local cuisines, so that we can bring it out to the world. Right? So, for that research, we went to several places in Rajasthan. We went to Junjunu, we went to Khatu Sham, we went to Bikaner and other places. So, there were 5 to 6 places where we visited, and we tasted local food. We got samples of local food. We spoke to the vendors, we spoke to the chefs. Then, we shared this taste and recipes with our specialist. And then we co-created recipes, making them very authentic and traditional, specific recipes without any preservatives, without any onion and garlic, to make it banya fit for the community, and so that it keeps getting related to the culture. Banya food, you can say, like Rajasthani Marwadi food, which you can label it as banya food. So there are, वैसे तो it's a common thing that all the banyas eat aloo. But apart from that, if you go to cuisines, different cuisines which people don't know about, that is dry kher, dry sangri. These are vegetables which are specially preserved for the year so that they can have it through the entire year, because there's no vegetation there throughout the year. So there's specific time when they have these food, and then they preserve it for the year.
Those ancestral preparations are now procured directly from Khatu Sham and Bikaner, stored in Being Banya's Badli warehouse and sold on Amazon, Flipkart, and most recently Blinkit, where it has launched 2 months ago. Not just that, more Banya brands and chefs are coming up, be it Neha Gupta from Gurgaon, who makes special Navratra and Diwali thalis for Banyas, or brands like Banyasa. Banyas has plunged into the food world and they want to be on top here too.